Mom and Dad were so angry, but they said they'd forgive you if you apologized. What? Why should I apologize? I can't get along with people who think that way. I'm never seeing them again. Don't be ridiculous. If that's how you feel, I'm divorcing you. Get out. Actually, I was just about to leave. My name is Jade, I'm 30 years old, and I work in an office. Recently, my boyfriend, Harry, proposed to me. We met at a meetup for online gamers since we both love gaming. Harry is 7 years older than me. He's kind, understanding, and respects my love for work. What I like most is that he gives me space when I need it. Even though Harry proposed, I wasn't sure what to do. I had never really thought about getting married. It seemed like too much responsibility and felt like it would limit my freedom. It's not that I want to date around or anything, I just enjoy focusing on work. Work makes me happy. Honestly, I don't even know what to do on my days off. Maybe I'm a little odd. This is why most of my past relationships didn't work out. My ex-boyfriends would say things like, "You're like a guy, why should I change my plans for your job?" In the end, most men want to feel in control. They'd expect me to be a housewife or think household chores are only for women. That's not for me. So, I've never thought of marriage as a fairy tale ending. But then Harry proposed, and I decided to test him. "I'm not quitting my job." "Of course not," he said. "I might not want to go out on my days off." "I don't mind," he replied. "We'll share the housework, right? I've been living alone for years, I'm fine with that," he assured me. "When I'm busy with work, we might not spend much time together. Is that okay? I have hobbies, so I know how to enjoy my time alone," he said calmly. Finally, I asked him, "Why do you even want to marry me?" His response surprised me. "Even if everything you said is true, I don't want you to end up with someone else. Even if we only live together on weekends or live apart, I still want to marry you. I don't want us to just be boyfriend and girlfriend, I want us to promise to love each other forever. That's my selfish wish. But if you don't want marriage, that's okay too. We can do common law marriage if that works better for you." Hearing this made me realize he really understood me. He wasn't asking me to change who I am. I knew I could make this work with Harry. Maybe I wouldn't have to give up anything about my life to be married. So, I said yes. I had always told my family and friends that I didn't plan on getting married. So, when I told them the news, they were all shocked. My mom even cried tears of joy. That's when I realized how much this meant to her. She had always said, "Live the life you want," but deep down, I think she really wanted to see me get married. It made me so happy to see her smile. I felt glad I had decided to get married. After our wedding, Harry and I started our life as husband and wife. We moved into our new home, unpacked, and finished all the tricky paperwork. One day, Harry suggested we spend a night at his parents' house. He said some relatives would be gathering there on Saturday. "I need to make sure I don't do anything rude," I told him. "Don't worry," Harry reassured me. "My parents are older and will probably think of you more like a granddaughter than a daughter-in-law. You'll be fine." That made me feel a little better. I wanted to make a good impression on my in-laws after the wedding, so I agreed to go. But I had no idea what was coming. To prepare, I called my mom for advice. Since my dad passed away when I was young, my mom raised me on her own. I love and respect her, and I always go to her when I need guidance. "Should I bring an apron?" I asked. "Yes," Mom said. "It's best to ask if they need help first, and if they do, be ready to pitch in. Also, don't forget to bring a gift for them." "Got it, thanks, Mom." After our talk, I felt much more confident. This is going to go well, I thought. On the day of the visit, I was completely prepared. Harry drove, and after about 40 minutes, we arrived at his parents' house. This was the first time I'd see his parents and relatives since the wedding. Harry told me they were all excited to meet me, so I felt less nervous and even a bit excited myself. When we got there, I could hear the relatives chatting inside. It sounded like they had already started eating and drinking. I followed Harry into the living room. "Oh, you're here," his parents greeted us warmly. Come in, let's toast again." Harry's parents were already a little tipsy and looked very cheerful. We sat down, and I handed them the gift I had brought. "Oh, thank you so much," they said with big smiles. "Is there anything I can do to help?" I ask, pulling an apron from my bag. Harry's parents quickly reply, No, there's no need, you just sit here and enjoy yourself." "Okay, thank you," I say, a little surprised. Both of them insist I relax and enjoy the dinner. Considering their age, Harry's mom is 68, and his dad is 72, it starts to make sense. Maybe, as Harry said, they see me more like a granddaughter than a daughter-in-law. Everything seems fine as dinner continues, but then it happens. Here's another beer, Harry's mom says, handing me a drink. Thank you, I reply politely. The wedding was wonderful, wasn't it? She says, smiling. Yes, thank you, I respond. Then she adds, but if I had one complaint, it would be about your mother. I freeze. I'm sorry, what do you mean? She casually says, the scar on her face, it's hard to look at. It kind of ruins the mood of a celebration, don't you think? She tried to cover it with makeup, but it still stood out. If I had a scar like that, I'd never attend a wedding. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Before I can respond, Harry's dad chimes in, well, I guess it couldn't be helped. Without a father, it'd look bad if she didn't come. So, even with that scar, she had to show up, though it's pretty embarrassing. I feel my blood boil. How could they say this about my mom? My mom's scar is from a tragic accident. When I was a child, my dad was driving us when a speeding car from the opposite lane crashed into us. My dad swerved to protect us, but he hit a pole and died instantly. Mom had jumped over me in the back seat to shield me. A piece of glass from the windshield struck her face, leaving her with that scar. She saved my life that day. Harry's parents don't know this story, but Harry does. I told him everything before. I look at Harry, expecting him to speak up for me, for my mom, but he just looks uncomfortable, glances down at his plate, and keeps eating. Are you seriously not going to defend me? I think, feeling completely let down. As for Harry's parents, their behavior is beyond unacceptable. They're laughing, mocking my mom, and saying these cruel things in front of everyone. It's unthinkable. I couldn't just let this go. Excuse me, why would you say something like that? Have you even considered why my mom has that scar? They seemed shocked by my sudden outburst, and the room fell silent. She got that scar trying to protect me during the accident where we lost my dad. If she hadn't saved me, I might have been hurt, or even died. Making fun of someone's scars without knowing their story? That's incredibly childish. I stood up. I'm sorry, but I'm going home. Everyone looked uncomfortable, and my in-laws turned red. Harry just stared at me with his mouth wide open. I left the house, caught a cab to the station, and took a train home. Once I got home, I decided to pack my things and leave, but it was already night, and I couldn't drive because I'd been drinking, so I spent the night there instead. I decided I'd wait for Harry to come home the next day. I wanted to leave, but I felt I should hear him out first. When Harry came home, he was visibly angry. He threw his bags on the floor and glared at me. What was that? You embarrassed me and my parents. Your parents are the ones to blame. They insulted my mom in front of everyone. You know why she has that scar, and you didn't defend me. That's not what I'm talking about. First, apologize for embarrassing me and my parents. What do you mean? That's not what you're talking about? If your parents hadn't acted that way, none of this would have happened. You're insulting my parents again. No, I'm not. I'm just telling the truth about what happened. My parents are angry, but they said they'll forgive you if you apologize. They're being generous, and you should be grateful. What? Why should I apologize? I can't get along with people who would say that. I'll never see them again. Don't be stupid. If you don't apologize, I'm divorcing you. Get out. Actually, I was just about to leave. I grabbed the bags I had already packed. You were planning to leave? Yes, because your family was awful to me. Fine, then I have something for you too. He pulled out the divorce papers and slammed them on the table. They were already filled out, and his parents had signed as witnesses. They'd clearly talked about this and decided that if I didn't listen to them, he would give me these papers. Unbelievable. So, are you scared? If you're sorry at all, we can go to my parents' house right now to apologize. I couldn't believe he thought this was a good way to pressure me. I picked up the divorce papers and my bags and walked out of the house without saying another word. Hey, Harry shouted after me, but I ignored him. I went straight to my mom's house. On the way, I submitted the divorce papers. This meant that I had nothing more to do with Harry. When I return home, my mom is shocked to see me. After I tell her what happened, she looks worried. I'm so sorry, this is all my fault. Mom, don't say that. I love and respect you more than anyone. If someone insults you, I won't forgive them. Not even if it's my husband or his parents. Thank you, Jade. A few days pass, and Harry keeps trying to contact me, but I ignore him. Eventually, he can't wait any longer and shows up at the door. I don't want to let him in, so we talk outside. Will you talk to me? You need to come home right now, he demands. Why should I? We're done. I don't have anything to do with you anymore. What? What do you mean? I submitted the divorce papers. What? We're not married anymore. Don't be ridiculous. Why would you do that? You were the one who filled them out. I just had to submit them. I was just trying to threaten you. I don't care. Why would you fill out divorce papers just to threaten me? I can't believe this. I'm going to get us married again. I'm not signing anything, and I've already taken steps to make sure that can't happen. Impossible. Harry suddenly looks defeated. Please, please reconsider. We were in love. You know that's not why you want to stay married, right? What do you mean? You want me to take care of your parents, right? Harry freezes, clearly surprised. Your parents are older now, and they've got health issues. You wanted a wife who would take care of them, right? Otherwise, you'd have to do it all yourself since you're their only son. He's totally shaken. I just. Then his anger flares up. Fine, you know what? You're coming back right now. No way. I'm not taking care of your parents. They have nothing to do with me anymore. Shut up. I'm taking you back home whether you like it or not. Do you think you can threaten me? I'm serious. I'll be back. Just then, a man appears behind Harry. I look at him, surprised. The man speaks to Harry. What do you mean by that, sir? Huh? Who are you? Oh, forgive me. The man shows Harry his badge. Police. Are you really a cop? Yes, I patrol the area undercover. I can call for backup if you'd like. No, it's fine. Are you stalking this woman? No, I'm her husband. Her husband? It looks like she's in trouble. He's my ex-husband, we're divorced, and now he's stalking me. What are you talking about? Could you please explain, sir? I'm asking you to come with me to the station. No, I just wanted to talk. I'll come back later. Panicked, Harry runs off. Jade, are you okay? You really surprised me, Mitch. I didn't expect you to show up like that. The policeman is Mitch, my childhood friend. I've recently been assigned to a station nearby. Really? Good thing you were patrolling here, thanks. No problem. Actually, I got a call from your mom. Huh? I look inside the house and see my mom smiling at me. She lives alone, so I was worried and decided to check on her once in a while. Really? I didn't know. We planned together to surprise you when you came back. Did you? We sit down in the living room, and I explain everything that happened with Harry. Mitch suggests I get a restraining order, so I do it right away. With that, I'm able to completely cut ties with Harry and his family. As for Harry, I hear from a mutual friend that his parents are now struggling with their health issues. He's taking care of them while also working, and he can't get remarried. He's just working and caring for them. It serves him right. As for me, I'm happy focusing on my work. There has been one change, though. My childhood friend Mitch is now my husband. Now, I live happily with my husband and mom. Looking back, I can't believe Harry and his parents acted that way. It wasn't just about them being old or not understanding, it was wrong. I'm so glad Jade left them behind. She deserves to be with someone who truly understands her. Congrats to her. I hope she lives happily ever after with her family. Thanks for watching until the end. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.